Now he talks a little bit about the enemy. The enemy were also young, also adherents of a humanistic faith in which killing was not the essence of life. Yet now we faced each other, obsessed with the idea of killing each other. There was no respite from it. Once a day I wrote a letter to my wife. It was a moment of sanity snatched from the madness of war. If anything, my thoughts of home reinforced my desire to stay alive and my determination to keep the enemy from killing me. They would not kill me. They would not kill my men. We would kill them first. War is the management of violence, claimed the contemporary social scientists and military strategists as we hacked our way through the struggle of Vietnam. For us, violence was killing. There was no management involved. People were either dead or they were not. I could not manage my platoon up a hill. I had to lead them up there. I had a mission to accomplish, and I had men to keep alive, as many as I could. I had to do more than keep them alive. I had to preserve their human dignity. I was making them kill, forcing them to commit the most uncivilized of acts, but at the same time, I had to keep them civilized. That was my duty as their leader. They were good men, but they were facing death. And men facing death can forgive themselves many things. War gives the appearance of condoning almost everything, but men must live with their actions for a long time afterward. A leader has to help them understand that there are lines they must not cross. He is their link to normalcy, to order, to humanity. If the leader loses his own sense of propriety or shrinks from his duty, anything will be allowed, and anything can happen. Some men in combat will commit war crimes, just as some men in combat will fail to take care of themselves. They will experiment with drugs, steal property, abuse women. When this happens, it destroys the discipline of a unit, making it easier for others to follow suit. War is, at its very core, the absence of order. And the absence of order leads very easily to the absence of morality, unless the leader can preserve each of them in its place. The leader has to set the standards for morality as clearly as he sets the standards for personal hygiene or weapons maintenance. He must allow no cutting of corners. A bottle of soda stolen from an old peasant woman leads gradually but directly to the rape of her daughter if the line is not drawn in the beginning. There's a lot of dichotomy in there. And this is one I've talked about before. I was making them kill, forcing them to commit the most uncivilized of acts, but at the same time, I had to keep them civilized. And, another one that I talk about all the time is the fact that you care about your men more than anything, and yet you have to send them out on missions where they can be gravely wounded or killed. Mm-hmm. And so this is what a combat leader is struggling with. This is the dichotomy of leadership. Yep. This was war, this Vietnam involvement, and in war, things tend to happen. But the commander was the link to order and civility, and he had to be humane. At the same time, he had to be uncompromising to protect the lives of all. The job was not easy. The job was not easy. No, sir, it was not.